Welcome to the Issue Crew. It's the show where we all have issues both with our lives and with each other. I am your host, Riley, and I'm here to take you to school because it's episode 101. You know what I'm saying, dog? I'm here today. I got a wacky cast of characters as usual. Give it up for Warficus.
Yo, what up? I'm War.
Give it up for Raging Gingy.
Day is never finished. Master's got me working. Someday Master set me free.
And then give it up for the subject of the bit that's about to occur, Kang.
Wow, it's normally me that always sets up the bits. You gotta love me, huh, Riley?
And the other one who's involved in the bit, Captain Blackbread.
How do you do? Hey, Kang, here's some fun stuff we got.
Okay, here's the news. Here's the news for you, Kang. Okay? From
What's
now
the
on,
news?
I, the president of the Issue Crew, the company president,
Impeach.
I have made a decision. Okay? You're we need to do a performance review, okay? And to do this, I have assigned Captain Blackbread as your supervisor. Captain Blackbread is now your supervisor. You report to him. He will be evaluating your performance.
I'm gonna whip you into a shape you've never been before. You're gonna be funny as fuck.
God, what the fuck am I supposed to be like? Phil Brooks of WWE?
Who? See, that's problem number one. We don't know who Phil Brooks is.
Yeah.
CM
Listen,
Punk.
I see potential in you, Kang. I didn't see potential in Co-Royalty, which is why I fired them without doing this. But you get the chance, okay? Captain Blackbread holds your fate in his hands now.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna point out the wrongs so you can do the rights.
Oh God.
Also, we have special guest Hibbibi, who I forgot to introduce, getting excited about my silly bit.
It's me.
Dude, you should get dog punched because you didn't fucking introduce the guest.
I'm the president. I'm not being supervised by anyone.
I vote we impeach Riley.
That's not
Yeah,
how
I'm
that
down
works.
with
Everybody sign the round robin.
Well, how
Here
are
we
you going to
go.
consider yourself a goddamn president if you can't introduce the goddamn guest of the goddamn show, Riley?
Well,
Riley, you're now under supervision from Kang.
Yes.
That's not how this works.
Like,
I second
motherfucker,
it.
come on.
Riley, you lost the election. I'm sorry.
I'm about to
There's
be the
no
voice of the
election.
goddamn voiceless up in here.
There's no election. I'm
I'm gonna be like fucking Gambit from fucking Deadpool. Like, fucking come on.
Just
Too many
just
fucks.
talking away nobody can understand, and then have Deadpool compared to the Minions. Yeah, that's probably what Kang would do.
Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself right here, right now, boy. I'm about to make a name for myself right here, right now.
That's a little better.
I don't
Who's
think
your
you guys
dialect
walk away
coach? The
from this.
Minions? That might have been one of my biggest laughs in that movie. I'm not ashamed to admit it. That one hit me pretty well.
I'm about to make a name for myself right here, right now.
Back in my day.
He was supposed to be like the Gambit, though. Like, it never got off the ground. That whole movie.
I hope he wasn't gonna have that insufferable of a French accent in
He
his
was.
own movie.
No, that's literally how he was gonna play the character.
That's awful.
Well, with the kind of content we've been getting from Marvel lately, it kind of would have been expected to be bad.
I can't believe people still care.
No,
about
it's
Marvel.
good in that movie because it's kind of treated as a bit, and he's not in it for very long. But if he's leading a whole movie like that,
I don't know.
Why are people?
I honestly thought we'd be done with Marvel when the MCU got trashed, but no, here we are.
bro,
They're gonna milk it. They're gonna keep milking it. It's an endless
Bro.
It's
cash
never
cow.
stopping, is it?
oh my god,
They need to start casting Tommy Wiseau in these films to
Yeah,
spice them up a
seriously.
little.
folks,
Shit is boring.
maybe I do deserve to get impeached. I've made a critical error.
What is this error?
I've made an error that completely just voids the premise of the entire fucking program.
Did you just shine it?
I've screwed up royally.
You shined it?
I don't even know how this happened. I
Wow,
could
Riley
swear
making
that I
an error,
did.
That's so
What?
I could swear that I copy and pasted everything over. Okay. So the error that has occurred, unfortunately, folks, it was somewhere. So let's see if. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. First of all, let's see. Maybe I don't even have to admit to this at all. Let's look real quick.
It's goblin horse porn.
Nope. Okay. Okay. So folks, I made a grave error on the YouTube version of the podcast. I failed to paste over the top 2 lines of the description. It starts from the actual like description like of the episode. Usually above that would be a list of the issues and the link to the voting. So
So what you're telling me is nobody voted for the problem.
yeah,
Nobody voted for the issue.
which I know usually happens anyway, but this time they were not even given the option to do so. On Spotify they were, but we only got 3 listens on there, so I'm not shocked.
This election's rigged. Voter fraud.
There's no election.
The
A
fraud is
president
that
does
nobody
not
voted.
exclusively refer to an elected official, okay? I'm a dictator, and I fucked up this time,
Yeah,
but we learned
you're a
from our
dictator
mistakes.
without the tater.
I eat a
Riley,
lot
what
of
have
taters,
you learned,
actually.
like ever?
Wait a minute. That was actually a good one. Holy shit. Okay.
Wait, how is that a good one? Explain it to me.
Well,
Are you
I
talking
played
about
it
me or
back in
Kang?
I played it back in my head in my own voice and it was funny.
So real.
I was like I mean dick without the tater, but I was focusing more on the tater and that was what was funny about it to me. I
Well,
might not be
folks,
the best person for this.
we do have Hibbibi here.
Oh yes, I'll
Yo,
introduce myself
Hibbibi!
again. It's me, Hibbibi. I'm
We
here,
do-
and
we do-
I'm here.
We do have Hibbibi here who can break this tie, folks.
Yeah. So
Just a
anyway,
non-existent time.
Oh, Habibi's nervous. He doesn't want to be the end all be all. He doesn't want to decide our fate.
I have no notes in front of me. I'm not prepared. I am like, this is just
Wing it.
this is uncensored, uncut.
Yeah, no, this is
all of
just
it?
you're getting to vote
You
live. You're
posted
gonna
it in
hear
the chat.
Hibbibi.
you're gonna hear a
Oh.
list of the
Oh,
issues.
I'm supposed to look at a chat. Sorry. Where?
Wait, what did you send him in the chat?
Well, oh no, I said
Where am
he
I looking?
posted it in the chat. I was he said it was never mind.
Where?
Something about an uncut, being uncut, and it's in the chat.
Okay,
where,
folks.
Where
And
did
he
I see
posted it.
Okay.
All right. Fucking, who cares? The issues last week on our 100th episode that Hibbibi and only Hibbibi gets to decide which one is victorious. Were the new issue crew, uncommitted co-hosts, Riley not accepting phone mics for what they are, rebuilding playlists, losing accounts, favoritism shown by the hosts, incomplete stories, and the fuck the fans moment.
Man, all these issues really do tell
Hey,
a
wait a
story
minute.
about this show, though.
Which
Yeah.
one was? Oh,
And
hold
I
on.
haven't
Where's
listened.
mine?
I didn't listen to the last episode yet, so I'm
Oh, the last
completely blind
episode's
on
good.
this.
You just choose based on vibes. That's how it works.
Honestly,
Tiebreaker.
like,
Wait,
I
hold on.
also-
Wait,
I
I
can't-
don't remember hearing my issue in
can
there.
anyone explain? Like, does anyone
Rebuilding
get
playlists?
Does anyone
I
get like
said
one
that.
sentence to explain, like, to me why, like, one not run-on sentence that like can help their cause, or do I just get to pick blindly?
You just gotta pick.
Phone mics, because I also kind of don't like phone mics because they're crappy and shitty.
No, that's the opposite of what he was saying. He was saying that I should accept phone mics for what they
Oh.
are and allow him to podcast from his bed while he was drunk when he had a microphone in front of him that he could have
And then he
easily
fell
fucking
Okay, no,
stayed in
yeah,
front
I
of.
agree with you.
And then he
Riley,
fell
I'm
asleep
sorry.
on the podcast because, of course, you're gonna do that when you lay down to do the podcast. You fucking retard.
Okay, I agree with him, but his views don't represent me. I just want everyone to know that.
In
But
case
anyways.
some other horrible shit comes up.
So yeah, I guess phone mic one. I guess, yeah, that one.
Wait, but
What?
You said you didn't
Not
like phone
accepting
mics. He was
phone
saying that
mics?
phone mics are good, and I'm
Oh,
bad
fuck.
for not accepting them.
All right, Tristan, what was your issue? I'm just lazy.
No,
I can't say.
no, shush. You don't get to do that.
I mean,
Just
but
pick
you
one.
can figure it out just
Yes,
based
my
on what
cause
they
is
are.
deemed worthy.
I mean, I'm going in blind, so I'm going with the phone mic one. I'm not even remembering it. I'm not.
Oh yeah, what were the issues again? Let's
Yeah,
hear 'em.
I don't have a list in front of me. I'm sorry.
The issues were the new issue crew, uncommitted co-hosts, the one we already went over, rebuilding playlists,
Uncommitted
losing
co-hosts.
accounts. Okay, I win. Cool,
Because you
great.
just fucking spun a wheel.
Well, it works for me, kind of, because I'm not being committed at all right now. So
Well, you're not a co-host. You're a guest.
I'm a guest. I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not even worthy. So it makes sense.
Hibbibi, you're worthy in my heart.
Oh well, thank you.
Damn,
Well,
that's like the
gamers,
fans moment though.
that was a pretty good issue. Morph, why is your mic weird?
Hmm?
Your mic was weird yesterday, and now it's weird again today. Not yesterday, fucking
Wait, why is
Saturday.
it
Now
weird?
it's like it sounds a little weird, and sometimes you'll be like saying a thing, and it'll cut it off a little bit. And I can tell it's not a connection thing; it's a mic thing.
That's worrying. Is that better?
So far,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just far away from the mic.
yeah, get on. And as a great philosopher once said, "Get on the fucking mic."
No, fuck you. Is that better?
That's worse. It sounds like you fucking got even further away.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. You might want to turn me up on your end. I think I might be peaking the mic.
I see. That's a pretty low peak. I had you at 100. I just turned you up to fucking 170.
Shit.
What? What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just lost control of my mouse, and I'm now returning it to where it goes, so I can turn my mic off.
And then
when
here's
I'm
the
making
fucking
noise.
background noises from Kang. Cat of Black, make sure you listen for all the shitty background noises and demerit Kang for all of those.
Oh yeah, Kang, you gotta mute your mic.
You gotta
if you're
figure
not
out how a
saying
microphone
anything.
works.
I know how a microphone works.
To figure out how to noise cancel that fucker and make sure that every little fucking action that you do is not captured by it.
So how are you gonna hear my wheezing?
We don't want that.
Yeah, the rooster crows are like the worst part. It's like you laugh and then haha, okay, that was funny, but then it's like rooster crowing after that.
No,
and it's like,
I
shit.
do like the rooster crow laugh.
You
but
like
it's
the
not,
rooster crow?
It's not worth all the noise to have the rooster crow laugh. I am slightly amused by that way that Kang laughs, where he'll like
It's
something.
But that's the
It
fakest part
sounds
of
like
it.
it sounds like Chris O'Neill from Oni Plays. Like that's how he laughs. Yeah.
Holy
yeah,
shit!
Yeah, that's how he laughs. Yeah.
Holy shit! You know, I
Yeah,
just
but that's
realized.
his actual laugh. But like later when he like makes a kazoo noise, but with his throat, that's like the
That's
the
what
part
I was
that
gonna say.
likes
I
to
just
show up.
realized that there's
The
an
tea
easy
kettle
tell
laugh?
as to whether Kang is actually amused by something or whether he's doing this fake laugh he feels obligated to do anytime somebody says something that's in a cadence where it might be a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That reminds me, an important one. If you don't get the joke, it is so much better to be like, I don't get it.
Or
Damn.
just
But
don't
that's
say
an
Burning
actual
anything.
Kang,
kazoo, or just make a
Burning
kazoo
Kang
noise.
live on stream.
Wait, is that a real kazoo that you have, Kang?
Yeah.
Yo, I want a kazoo.
Yeah, anytime you want a fake laugh, just play your kazoo.
But play the Banjo Kazooie theme song. Just no, play the Banjo Kazooie theme song, and you have to do it every time. if you feel like doing it live. Yeah, exactly. Every joke.
I don't know why that was giving me fucking Happy Tree Friend vibes.
I remember when I watched that show on Netflix. I was not prepared.
I've never watched it.
I saw the rating. Like I saw that it was rated for adults, and I was like, why the fuck is this fucking
Why
silly
is
animal
this-
show rated for
Why
adults?
is
And
this
then I
rated
found
for
out.
Oh.
My
Oh
So I
introduction-
was expecting something to go terribly awry in a grosque way,
See,
so it didn't
I
upset
grew-
me too much. But
I grew up with like Oni, so it's like that's not actually that horrendous. I remember what is it? That
At least
one
it's not
fucking,
Rich Evans from Red Letter Media. At least you don't have that
fucking
laugh.
that jar in that one Oni cartoon that just like eats an old lady's skin. Like that's what
Oh God.
that's what I'm
Um,
used to.
yeah, I'm not. I almost said a new F slur. I can't say that. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
new. I'm a new Oni fan. I'm an Oni plays Oni fan.
Oni's cartoon. Well, see, Oni has schizophrenia, so his cartoons match that. It's great.
Wait, does
Does
he?
he
Does Chris O'Neill
actually-
actually schizo?
No,
Yeah.
I
Or
think
are you
he's.
just saying that?
I don't think he.
He's
really?
mentioned it a couple times on a podcast that he like actually has like hallucinations and stuff.
There's gotta be something going on in your head when just like you have this ability to constantly, while you're sitting with your friends, just fucking every 5 minutes be like, what if this insane, unhinged, hypothetical thing happened? What would you do?
I firmly believe he's a schizo, and I say this as a
I thought
schizo
he-
myself.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a doctor, but never mind.
What'd you do if fucking Jimmy Neutron walked up to you?
Yo, what if Jimmy Neutron pulled out his pants and was like, "Yo, what up?"
Hey, Pops, does this thing work?
What if Jimmy Neutron fucked his dog Goddard?
What if Jimmy Neutron and Carl Weezer had an affair and you were the only person who knew,
And you had to get the word out.
but you had to tell someone, like you just had to.
You just had
But
that
Jimmy- But
secret
Jimmy
burning in
installed
your...
monitoring software on your phone, so you have to be really coy about it.
You know, I'm about to ruin that entire show for you motherfuckers.
Is it about the whole like they're in Nuketown basically?
No, it's right at the
See
end
that?
as Jimmy fucking climaxes. He yells, "Brain blast!"
Oh my god, no.
Have you guys ever considered that like everything about Retroville in that show is like super fucking weird, and it like
Yeah,
if you really look into it, it looks like Jimmy's like in this weird fucking CIA fake town because they're scared of what he might do to the rest of the world. Like
Wait,
Retro-
no, that is officially what it is though, isn't it?
yeah,
You
because
can
What?
even see the CIA in the background of like
Yeah.
shots and shit. This isn't a joke. You can
yeah,
actually
and here's the
look this
thing
up.
about the town, because like the town has no internet. That's the really weird thing about it. Like
No,
Jimmy
you know what the
Neutron
weirder thing
takes
is?
place
Is that
at a
they all like fucking grape soda. It's all their favorite soda.
Oh yeah, there's definitely fluoride in that. But
Wouldn't have
That's why
the
they made it
CIA
plastic.
Yeah.
wouldn't have the CIA immediately moved to either remove or eliminate Timmy Turner when he appeared? Because assumedly, if it's a CIA op town, they know who's in it. So
well, no, they
Timmy
can't-
Turner walks in one day, and why don't they do something about it?
well,
Because they can't
do
fight
anything.
magic.
No, here's the thing. They can't do anything about Jimmy because Jimmy is literally capable of destroying the planet if he wants.
Yeah. So they contain Jimmy in fucking Retroville, which is a
Oh
town
my
that they
God.
control, and they have everybody in there, and they know who's in there. So why
Jimmy-
don't they do anything about this new kid that arrives?
Jimmy-
Like who is this Timmy Turner individual? How did he get here?
Jimmy. Yeah, that's
Jimmy.
the funny part now.
Oh.
No,
Jimmy.
Jimmy Neutron is an SCP.
What if no? What if like
Do
Jimmy
not
Neutron was
approach.
just like what if he's just like schizophrenic and like having fucking Timmy Turner there was just like one of his like schizophrenic episodes.
Actually,
no,
he invented Timmy Turner.
come on.
Okay, Jimmy Neutron can access other dimensions. Like that's the
No,
power.
that was Timmy that did that. I think he does build the dimensional portal in a later Timmy Power Hour, but it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Timmy who initially broke the barrier.
But it's like you cannot deal with Jimmy Neutron. So what do? You put him in this weird fucking town called Retroville, and you don't give him access to the internet or anything outside of this little carefully manufactured bubble, and hope to God that he doesn't blow up the planet. Meanwhile, Jimmy keeps leaving the planet and like learning that space is so well developed outside of Earth that there's just random junkers in our star system.
Yeah.
Does anyone play No
Bring it
Man's Sky?
through,
Speaking of
everybody.
junkers in space.
I've never played No Man's Sky. I heard
Oh.
it was bad, and then
good.
they fixed it, and
It
it's good
was
now.
yeah,
Good
I
now. It
only
was
just
shit at
recently got
start.
it. Yeah, they updated it and made it better, but it's literally just you fly around in space and go to planets. It's like really fun. But
But Jimmy Newt. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'm
No,
still on
please
Jimmy
tell us more
Neutron.
about Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy
I was just-
Neutrogen.
Yeah.
Neutrogena.
Jimmy Neutron is not only is he an SCP, but he's also like part of a Truman Show thing.
Yeah,
But
like, and
they
everyone in
can't
the
contain him. Really.
yeah, and everyone in the town has to put up with him. Like, they're always like just kind of fine with whatever he's doing.
They're afraid of him.
Is that
And
why
then-
people stay in Retroville? Are they being cut checks by the CIA to
Well,
convince
like-
Jimmy
like
Neutron
the
that
guy
he's
at
not in the
the-
Truman Show?
The guy at the like fucking ice cream bar, like
That's what the show
that,
is.
That guy like that guy glows in the dark, right? Like he's so fucking weird. And then the other kids there are just like the kids of like CIA operatives, just put there to like make Jimmy feel like he's in an actual town.
And then Sheen went to his own planet, and well, the rest is history.
Am I just gonna have to bring in? Am I just going to bring in bad Nickelodeon opinions? Or we have to bring that bit back?
This isn't an
great.
opinion. This
There-
is
there
a
was an
fact.
era-
Sheen went to his own planet.
There was like a 3 or 4 episode arc of a largest issue in the galaxy, where Demi Gloom just decided she wanted to talk about like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and shit. So what she did is she brought in the issue of bad Nickelodeon opinions, and then just talked about her good Nickelodeon opinions and how everybody who didn't agree with them was wrong. That was pretty fun. But gamers, unless we have anything else to say about Jimmy Neutron, which I leave the floor open if anybody wants to take
I have one more
Neutron from
thing.
me.
So
Okay.
the reason the show is actually so fucking weird is they were making it like they had gotten the contract with Nickelodeon, right? And so this company had no money. It was basically just a bunch of college grad animators. Apparently, like their studio was
Yeah,
constantly losing power, and they were like losing assets when the power went
This
out.
thing works.
So every
Sure
episode
does.
is literally built on a
Give it up,
shoestring
baby.
a shoestring budget by a bunch of people who are like fucking dead tired of working on this shit, just doing anything they can to get the show out.
Oh, hi, Jimmy.
This is why there's 2
Jimmy!
robot episodes,
Jimmy!
one after another in season 1, because they literally just like they just had to reuse the assets to get an episode.
What
It's
does
so
Sheen
funny.
sound like? What does Sheen sound like? And he's like,
And even in reusing those assets, they gave us one
That
hell
is
of a
what he
show.
sounds like.
Wait, so it was a different company was behind the movie, I presume, correct?
No, it was the same company. So the thing was that they made the movie, right? And it was like just meant to be a one-off, like, yo, look at this Jimmy Neutron thing. But the movie was so popular that they turned this studio that was like originally told to just do like single projects into a fucking seasonal show production house. And they, like I said, their power was constantly going out. And like you hear stuff from like the people who worked on the show, and they're like, "Yeah, we have no fucking clue what we were thinking."
Shout out to DNA Productions, rest in peace.
Yeah, that.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Ah, I'm
Yeah,
Paul.
oh my-
The Rip
that's the most
Paul.
memorable part of that show, honestly.
No,
Yeah.
they've never
I
gone
always
out and
remember
said
Paul.
it, but I'm pretty sure they were all on drugs. I'm willing
I
to make
mean-
that allegation.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, their fucking like logo is a 3-eyed monkey or something.
Yeah, that's Paul.
So-
No, the people who did
Yeah, you're
fucking
right.
Rick and Morty
That's
were
Paul.
fucking smoking drugs.
I haven't watched Jimmy
No, that's
Neutron.
Smoking
literally
drugs.
just
All of
what's
them.
his face?
I haven't watched Jimmy Neutron in a long time, just on its own. But I have been on a Fairly Odd Parents kick recently, and the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour is the shit. I just wanna put that on record. High quality trilogy of cartoon specials.
My favorite Jimmy Neutron episodes are the one with the pizza because holy fucking shit, no other show has been so based as to have a murderous pizza.
That was a pretty good episode. I do remember the pizza episode.
The pizza is aggressive.
I remember the lamer episodes, like when Jimmy makes his pants come to life.
See,
What do the pants do when they come to life?
That's they're supposed to pick themselves up, and
It's
there's
a
a
lost
whole thing
episode.
of. No, it's not a lost episode. It better not be. No, it's just like there were so many moments where his mom is just like, Jimmy, pick up your pants. Jimmy, pick up your pants.
Jimmy,
And then
pick up
yeah,
your pants.
yeah.
And gee, did
Let me
the
tell you about
pants
to
being
pick up your
alive
pants,
last more than
Jimbo.
4 hours?
I mean, if you bless
Gotta pick
a
up your
fucking
pants, Jimmy.
if you bless a fucking 11-year-old boy with the
Jimmy,
like
you gotta pick up your
knowledge
pants.
to invent like world altering technology, that is how they would use it. They'd be like, I don't want to fucking pick up my laundry like my mom said to. I'm just gonna make my pants alive so that they pick up themselves.
Yeah, for being really smart, he's really fucking stupid.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? Like
That's
Jimmy's
the whole yeah.
Jimmy's like literally an autistic kid, but like his autism is so strong he can just develop sapient robots on accident.
Fucking
He
85%
outsmarts
of the things.
himself.
The whole
85%
show
of
is
the things. Go
the
ahead.
whole show is deconstructing this character of this like absolute genius who is still just like a naive child.
Yeah, 85% of the fucking things that Jimmy Neutron invents come back to bite him. Like, what has he got that isn't bad? He's got that gun, I guess, pretty trusty.
So, like, I wonder what episode is the closest that you know, the U.S. military has come to detonating the nuke that they definitely have under Retroville.
They probably wish they still had access to the button when everybody turned to 2D and was sent into a fucking hell dimension by a man in a blue costume, but they couldn't get to the nuke at that point.
Probably.
Hey, Jimmy, I just want to tell you should tell your mom to, like, leave her curtains open at night, but not for
Jimmy,
any
I
particular
really want to
reason.
fuck your mom.
Beef curtain, Jimmy.
Jimmy's mom is scared going on.
My lord.
So holy shit, we are incredibly off track. Hello.
The show is so
Yeah,
good,
right?
though.
Thanks for the Jimmy Neutron Power Hour.
I also think it's funny that Jimmy Neutron is so naive that he for a whole trilogy of episodes he's surrounded by like magical creatures and that sort of goings on, and he's entirely convinced himself that it's the result of computers, and no matter how fucking absurd it gets or how much like deep lore is shared with him, he's like, oh yeah, this is all just Timmy Turner's computer program that he made. Very complex computer program with all of these wacky characters. This entire realm called Fairy World, digitally simulated by Timmy
Well, here's the
Turner.
thing. Like, it might be like a fucking weird simulation because like isn't the secret lore of Fairly Odd Parents that like Timmy's actually like 60 or 70 years old and he wished when he was a kid that like time would not move and no one would notice.
That is an episode of Fairly Odd Parents, and I hate that that's an episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
No,
I
that's the best part of Fairly Odd Parents.
Spoilers for Fairly Odd Parents, but isn't the final episode where he grows up and he buries his like lunchbox in the backyard or
The
something?
Fairly Odd Parents reboot
What?
is absolute garbage, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, and then like later he's an adult and he comes back and he
Whoa,
has like
whoa,
it's like a 5 o'clock
whoa, whoa.
show.
Hold on,
What?
I'm sorry, Hibbibi. Would you like to run back what you just said, Gingy?
The new Fairly Odd Parents reboot is trash.
The one that everybody adores? Tell me
Isn't
why
it
it's
3D?
trash,
Isn't it
Gingy.
3D animation?
I don't like the animation for it.
It looks gross.
Okay, because you disagree with the animation style, it's automatically trash. Got it. Cool.
It hurts my eyes to look at.
I also don't remember Jimmy. I don't remember
Jimmy.
Jimmy in the show.
Jimmy.
there was no Jumbo Neutronons. There's so I didn't care about it or care for it.
I love The Fairly Odd Parents, okay? Great show.
Just want to state for the record that we spent 30 minutes now without a single issue talking about Junkie Nuttron here.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Chunky.
This is Nickelodeon 2. Fuck
Chunky
issues. We're
bastard.
back to topics. Welcome to Nickelodeon 2 episode.
I'm Chunky Nutron.
Chunky Nutron.
Can I just say real quick, one last thing? It's just my favorite episode of that Fairly Odd Parents is the one where like the guinea pig, like all his old pets, like are zombified and they come back to life.
Oh my fucking god, I remember that.
That one like legitimately terrified me as a kid, but now it's like my favorite episode. Probably.
That is a pretty good episode. I do recall that one. What is my favorite episode of the Fairly Odd Parents? That's a hard one. There's
You
so
know what
many
is a good
ones.
episode?
Tell me.
Not this one. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Also, fuck Spawn Travers.
Amen to that.
Amen, brother. Also, fuck you,
Nice.
Gingy.
Fuck you.
Maybe Gingy needs a performance review. I'm out of
Gingy has been working too much as of late. All right, he's fucking like burnt out. Don't be mean to Gingy.
Well, Gingy should put down his fucking Call of Duty controller and fucking engage himself with this radio program.
Wait, this is radio now?
Yeah, it's like the radio, but for the internet. That's what a podcast is.
Shit, so I guess I should put down my keyboard and mouse there.
Yeah, actually, you shouldn't need any of those things as long as you're in front of your mic. Just sit there and talk into it.
Why don't you talk into it?
I am talking into it right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you just
Crazy.
insert a coin into the jukebox, Kang?
Oh no, but I just dropped the coin.
Why do you have a coin? What are you doing with it?
Building up money and equity. The fuck do you think I'm doing with it?
But why was it in your hands to be dropped at that moment?
He was dropping it into the jukebox. He was asking if the jukebox was oiled.
Play me a song, boys.
Play me some fucking I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett.
Wrong era. We're still talking about Jumbo Nuts. That's it, Jumbo Nuts. I
Crazy
wasn't
Little Thing
fast
Called
enough to come up
Love
with
by
anything.
Queen.
Jimmy
I can name
Neutron-
songs too, bitch.
You guys remember
Jimmy
when like
Neutron is now Jumbo
whenever-
Nuts.
whenever some I forget like it's been a while since I've seen that show, but like the whole scene where like it zooms into his fucking face and then into his brain and then it like he unlocks
Brain Blast.
he unlocks his whatever.
His brain
Stupid.
lasers, the brain blast.
Pretty
Think.
much. Fucking
So was that
Jonas.
was that every episode? Was that
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it
gimmick was he would get into
incorporated somehow.
trouble. He
Yeah.
would get into trouble, and then
His
at
wacky
the
old
end-
brain would get
Yeah.
him out.
Then at the climax, he'd be like, "Think, think," and then he'd have a brain blast, and then he'd save the day.
Pretty
Seems
much.
like a pretty paint by numbers show. I don't know.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Remember that episode
Dang.
where he dies for real in real life? Anyways,
That was
Fair.
a tough one to watch, actually.
yeah.
It's one of those
I'm
things
surprised
where
they
like
aired
the,
it.
the premise kind of begets like Fairly
I'm
Odd
not.
Parents has this problem more so where like the premise kind of begets like has anything good ever been achieved here? Like the premise of every Fairly Odd Parents episode is Timmy makes a wish, somehow it ends up being a fuck up, and he just barely gets out of it alive a lot of the time. What is the ratio of good wishes to bad wishes? Because I think it's like 97-3 in favor of bad wishes.
They're more like genies, where like he almost has to say it in a specific way so it doesn't fuck him up. But every
Genies were-
episode he fucks
Here's
up.
the thing: the genie wishes were actually almost always ended up better than the fairy wishes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure.
when Norm showed up, Norm the genie, as portrayed by the late Norm Macdonald.
Like
I just
actual Norman
realized-
Bells, I know. It's
Yeah,
fucking
it's great.
An actual fucking legend amongst comedians.
It's insane. Now that I know more about Norm Macdonald, it's so wild to me that they just got him to play a genie in Fairly Odd Parents.
Did
It's
you,
wild that he was allowed to.
He was probably like, "All right, sure, I'll do that."
Yeah. Yeah, I'll play a genie. Come on. Of course I'll play a genie. Why wouldn't I play a genie?
I was always a genie.
I was
I was always a
I'm
genie.
actually a genie in real life. That's what they don't know about me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
That's something Norm would say.
Do you guys know about his final joke?
What was his final joke? Dying?
His final joke was a joke from Beyond the Grave. You remember the Hitler bit where he said, "We should kill Hitler," and he's like, "I think he's been dead for like 50 years." He's like, "Really? I didn't even know he was sick." And so when he died of cancer that he didn't tell anybody about, everybody said, "I didn't know he was sick."
That's really funny. I remember when OJ died, there were a lot of like screenshots of his like newscaster bit where he was making fun of OJ, accompanied with jokes about OJ's death.
Oh man.
I thought it was bizarre. Like he just had a
OJ can
Twitter.
rest knowing they got his killer.
Yeah,
Finally.
OJ can rest easy knowing that they got the real killer.
He just had a Twitter, and he'd just be like, "Yeah, well, I went for a walk today." It's like bizarre.
Shout out to the time that Demi Gloom tricked me into looking at a naked black man using OJ Simpson as the bait right after he died. She sent me a link that was allegedly to an article about OJ Simpson admitting to the murder on his deathbed, and I clicked on it, and it was just a picture of a naked black man.
That's pretty gay.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's pretty good. Good prank. Have you guys ever tricked anybody into looking at naked men? You ever tell anybody to go to Lemon Party to get your lemonade recipe or something like that?
I knew what Lemon Party was when someone tried to like pull it on me in like fucking middle school, but I already knew what it was. I'm like, yeah, right.
Or the good bit that
I'm
YouTube
like-
set up for everybody in fucking 2018 or whatever, where you could just be like, I think it was even 2016. I don't remember when they introduced it, but when YouTube Red got introduced, and the bit was always like, oh yeah, you can get YouTube Red for free. You just have to go to redtube.com.
Yep. Why did
My
they call
microphone
YouTube Red?
decided to stop working for no reason at all.
That's what's always got me. Like, why is it called YouTube Red? Like, they know,
Well,
right?
they quickly changed it because they realized their fuck up.
Quickly, it was like 3 years.
Was it years? I thought it was a couple months in that they changed it.
No way.
I didn't think
That's
YouTube,
YouTube
Red
Premium now.
lasted for very long. Man, it's so they just don't advertise their originals, huh? Like I found out recently that Smosh had a sitcom on there like 7 years ago, and I just had no idea that had even happened. They did a sitcom about working at a Chuck E. Cheese. I hear it's bad because it was like late era. It was right before Anthony left, so that's what it was bad.
Okay, it's working. So what's the deal?
What's the deal with microphones?
What is the fucking deal with my microphone? This is bullshit. This is
I gotta use
bullshit.
the
My microphone
microphone,
not working. I
and it
not
doesn't
hit it. I
work.
did not.
What's up with
Oh,
that?
hi, Mike.
Oh, hi, Mike.
I talk into the microphone, and it doesn't capture my words. What's up with that?
Well, now it's working. There we go.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna bring my MoCast bit onto here. It's just been my bit on the MoCast lately to just do a silly impression. I've decided. I did because I did the Joe Rogan one and everybody loved it. That was like one of our most popular episodes ever, and we got a bunch of comments saying we were better than Joe Rogan Experience. So
Well, that's kind of a dumb name for a podcast, really. The Joe Rogan Experience.
yeah,
What
that's
is that
fair.
supposed to mean?
Fucking Kermit the Frog looking ass. He sounds like Kermit the Frog. I don't know how people listen to this guy. If Kermit
I've
the
heard
Frog
people that
had a
sound
fucking
more like
4-hour podcast, I couldn't listen to it.
I've heard people that sound more like Kermit.
Just pull up a picture of Kermit and like stare at it while you listen to it. It'll probably help a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, look at a
Just-
picture of
just
Kermit
stare
while
at
you listen to
Kermit.
Joe Rogan, and you
No,
will
just
think
like
you're
guys,
listening to
welcome
the.
to Joe Rogan
you-
Experience.
You'll think
Hi,
you're
guys,
listening to the
welcome to
Kermit
Joe Rogan.
podcast.
It's me.
I mean, I'm not
host,
gonna lie,
Joe
I've been really
Rogan.
getting to listen to Bert Kreischer.
I want to tell you about the Rainbow Connection. Today we have Big Bird. We're gonna talk about the time that he did mushrooms out in the Appalachians.
Sometimes I get really
Tell
stoned.
us about that, Big Bird.
sometimes I get really stoned and I start fucking with ChatGPT, and a lot of the bits I will come up with is what if there was like a silly fictional guest on Joe Rogan, and one of the prompts I wrote that I had it play out was that Kermit the Frog and Donald Trump were both on the Joe Rogan Experience and they hated each other and were taking pot shots at each other until Donald Trump gets pissed and leaves the room.
Oh God.
So this is a non-issue crew then.
We could do issue. Listen, the night is still young. How long have we been going?
I don't know, but I
Jesus.
know I've got an
Minutes?
issue that's ready to roll off.
We should call
For
this, like-
41 minutes so far.
Issue crew after dark.
I think this is just a random tangent. Like
That's when we
special
expanded
episode
to
of fucking
OnlyFans.
Issue Crew.
Yeah, because
Whoa,
we did
I'm sorry, what?
did the. Why don't we do the issue?
This is
Vote.
the Sesame Street hostile takeover because
What
we
if-
got
What if we
Big
did
Bird
the
there.
issue vote for last week
Kermit.
since you fucked it up, and then we just don't do an issue this week?
Oh yeah, let's
Dude,
just give them more time to
no.
vote.
No, that's a weird thing. I don't
Well,
want to do
it was
that.
weird doing it on fucking Saturday.
Can't we just make our issue Jimmy Neutron?
Let's just talk about Jimmy Neutron again.
I mean,
Yeah, this is the Jimmy Neutron episode of the issue crew.
Let's
Gotta
talk about
blast.
Jimmy Donaldson and his friend Carl Weezer.
Say it ain't so.
Oh,
Oh,
And
God.
then
my
Captain
God.
Blackbread hung himself, I guess. That was him kicking the chair over.
Wait,
I
guys,
can't
guys,
take it anymore.
hold on, hush. If you
Oops.
listen real carefully, you can hear the rope. You can hear him dangling.
Help! Get me down. This isn't fun anymore.
Okay, all right. I was
Hopefully the attempt fails, like Heartsy, who I'm pulling for. Shout out to Heartsy Protsy. I hope you're doing all right out there.
Still, oh, you know what? Nah.
A former, a very
U-turn.
brief, but a man who was briefly a former, briefly a member of the issue
briefly
crew.
a formal member.
He was briefly a member before he quit after 2 episodes because he said he hated everybody except for me and Demi Gloom. and
Wait, was this before my time or?
Yes, this was the original. Heartsy was one of the original members of the issue crew, but he was only on 2 episodes and then he left. And he did. He posted a suicide note on Twitter last week. It has since been reported that he is alive, and I think last I heard he was in the ICU, but I doubt he's still there. It's been a couple days.
Oh God,
damn! I also doubt that he's dead because I probably would have heard if he was dead. So I assume he's doing okay. I'm pulling for him. He did make his suicide note like ironic. Like not the note itself was sincere. But the tweet is just the tweet is, well, that's life. See ya, and then a link to a Google Doc, and which is the suicide note. But the title of the suicide note is so this happened.
Wait, hold on. Just like Sonic, I'm out of here.
No, it's the fucking like
Jumps
generic
into
like
news.
Zoomer meme of that just happened. Like that's what happens in a Marvel movie. Something silly happens, and then Tony Stark turns to the camera and he's like, that just happened.
And then
Fourth wall
and then
break.
and then the camera zooms in on Jim.
E Neutron?
No.
From the
Jimmy.
office.
God.
Jimmy Neutron looks at the camera and makes a face.
Jimmy Neutron's in the MCU now. Guys, who
In
do
the
you think
office.
wins? Who wins? Jimmy Neutron versus Iron Man death battle. Who wins?
Dude, it's always Jimmy though, right?
Jimmy
Would do a
not
mind
lose.
blast. Jimmy would do a mind blast. We all know he would make his own Jimmy armor.
He'd
Okay,
become
that got
Iron
me.
Jimmy.
He'll look into the camera and say, "I'm Iron Man."
Yeah.
He'll say, "I am Iron Man," and it'll be like, "You stole my line."
He's
Like,
It's
actually,
really weird that
Tony
they're having
Stark
him-
will say, "I'm supposed to be the quippy one," and then Jimmy will just win.
It's really
No,
strange.
Jimmy will just be like, "Actually, you're not real," and then Tony Stark starts to phase out of existence.
I don't feel
Wait,
so
no, no.
You know what I
Yeah.
want to see in the MCU?
Ew.
with fucking Robert, Downey coming back for fucking Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Doom.
Which is
To
silly,
see
by the
Tom
way.
Hyland's fucking Spider-Man react to the Doctor Doom looking like Tony Stark.
They're gonna try their best to like
No.
pretend that it's not the same actor.
There's no way they can like get away with that. Like if they just keep a mask on him the whole time and never explain why he sounds exactly like
They're gonna
Tony
keep a
Stark.
mask on him the whole time, and like if the mask ever comes off, he's gonna like look really old and ragged, and he's not gonna be.
Or it's just gonna be a different guy.
You're still gonna be able to recognize him as Robert Downey Jr., but it's gonna be like different enough that the characters have plausible deniability.
Someone's gonna be like, "Aren't you Tony Stark?" No, I'm Doom.
Unless they just
Doom
make
guy.
Doctor Doom an evil Tony Stark, that's the only reason you should have done that. It's so weird.
There is
to
a
cast
comic-
Robert Downey Jr.
There's like a comic from 2006 apparently that is that storyline where those two characters actually interact and become like the same person. It's so weird. Of course.
Oh,
like,
if that's real, then that's probably what this is. If that
Right, yeah.
happened in the comics, then yeah, he probably is just evil Tony Stark.
This banter is so much better than if I would have brought up Robert Down Syndrome Jr.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
see,
funny.
that's as good as it gets, though. That's as good as it gets. I'd have been like, what if Tony Stark got hurt and became Robert Down Syndrome Jr.? And it's like, okay, well, then what?
Who would you cast as Jimmy Neutron? We need a good if we brought Jimmy
Danny
Neutron
DeVito.
into live action, who would play him?
Danny DeVito.
I'm gonna have a brain blast.
No, we need to become
Let's
Nickelodeon's
start
new
brain
cat.
blasting.
We need to become Nickelodeon's new-
blasting.
We have to become Nickelodeon's new casting directors.
I invented a new suit. It's called the cat suit. What do you think?
When they tried to cast Timmy Turner in live action, they
Man-cheater.
casted someone who is a pedophile, and then they casted someone who looks like a pedophile. So,
Yeah.
not really good track record on Timmy Turner's in live action.
Get the actor that played Jeffrey Dahmer in the fucking Netflix series to play Jimmy
Ross
Neutron.
Lynch
Yeah,
is Jimmy Neutron.
And that's when the brain blasting started.
yeah. They go dark with it.
Yeah.
It's probably really mean to Caleb, whoever the fuck, to say that he looks like a pedophile, but like, he doesn't look great. I'm sorry, buddy.
Are you
Sorry
really?
that it's a look, That's the problem.
Yeah, it's the fact that there is a look to be had, and that you have that look, just an unfortunate thing for you.
Oh, very unfortunate.
I love the biggest issue in Jimmy Neutron.
The biggest issue with Jimmy Neutron.
This is a good episode. I like this.
Stay tuned next week where we deep dive and divulge into Courage the Cowardly Dog.
This is Utter Chaos. This is Utter Chaos 3, I think. We did 2 Utter Chaos episodes where we just came
Utter
in with no
Chaos.
topic and bullshitted.
It's like be prepared for the next few
Jimmy
weeks of just
Neutron.
commentary episodes where we all commentate on like Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a live
you know what,
viewing
fuck
of
it.
Jimmy Timmy Power
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah, tune into this time code to sync your video to Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, we could do like commentary tracks. I've always kind of wanted to do that.
Well, here you go. We have our fucking podcast. We have Issue Crew After Hours.
Like Nick at Night.
Not enough George Lopez. Can't make the comparison.
Whatever happened to that guy? What did he do?
He was in Shark
I
Boy
think
and
he has
Lava
a-
Girl. He was in
Either has a sitcom on air.
So many years
currently,
ago, though,
or
man.
did
That's like
recently.
that's almost 20 years ago now. He was in that
Dude,
movie.
actually, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, kind of great though.
Is
was
Lopez versus he has a current, or at least a somewhat current sitcom called Lopez versus Lopez. Let's see if that's still on the air. Lopez versus
Did he find a
Lopez.
clone of himself? Is it like that episode of Star Trek: The Next Iteration where like Riker clones himself? Did he clone himself and now he's like they just ran out of ideas for a new George Lopez show?
No, I think it's his daughter. I think it's
Oh.
I think it's about his tenuous
What kinda?
relationship with his daughter. Okay, it looks like it is still on the air. So he's doing Lopez versus Lopez, his big new sitcom.
Yeah, he's doing okay. Hopefully.
Man, I remember when Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out, and I was just thinking, like, as a kid, I'm like, I could be a better superhero. I don't know what I was thinking, but
I was just thinking about
ego
how
as a kid.
I was just thinking about how Lava Girl made me feel happy for reasons I couldn't explain.
Bullshit.
Oh my god. And it's kind of crazy to think that fucking Taylor Lautner, the guy who would go on to play Jacob in Twilight, was in it.
That is pretty wild.
And it's
And
crazy
then
to
that's
think
all
that
that
the
happened
guy.
after that. He didn't.
What is
star
Lava
in
No,
anything
Girl?
wait,
else.
hold on. Actually, I have some news about Taylor Lautner. I mean, it's not
Oh?
news by any means. This movie fucking came out like a long ass time ago.
Are you about to tell us he was in Twilight? You're
No,
gonna
no,
drop
no,
that
no.
on us?
No, I mean, yeah. It's crazy to think that the guy who played Jacob in Twilight went on to play the guy in the Ridiculous Six that was just getting blown by a donkey.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched the Red Letter Media episode about that yet. I'm behind.
I thought the Ridiculous Six was funny, but I also haven't seen it since it came out, so I don't know if it's still any good.
I think they did a review on The Hateful Eight and that movie.
Yeah, the Ridiculous Six I thought was great, but the moment I remember is like when he's just swinging back and forth on a noose. He's just got a really strong neck. But like later on, he's supposed to be a distraction with like a donkey eating a carrot, right? But then like you don't see all of it, and he's just like, "This is way better than the carrot."
I think it's pretty lame that Taylor Lautner was too good for the Shark Boy Lava Girl reboot. Even if it was bad, I think it's shitty of Taylor Lautner to just be like, I'm not fucking doing that.
They did.
Fuck you.
Did they already do the reboot?
Yeah, it's out. It's been out for a
Ugh.
while. I haven't watched it.
I don't think I want to.
We should do a biggest movie review on it.
Yeah. Let's review the new Shark Boy and Lava Girl movie.
Or how about the new Twister movie that came out?
Why?
I mean, it's a good movie. I mean, like fucking.
Let's review this movie because it's relevant to the conversation that we're having. What if we review Twister?
Feel about Nick Cage.
Oh yeah,
Twister.
Nicolas
not seen
Cage
it.
plays the tornado.
Yeah.
No, that's Chuck Norris that plays the tornado.
No. It's Nicolas Cage.
It's
I'm
always.
just coming in here. I just need to fuck everything up. No.
You ever
fuck
get so mad
everything up.
that you turn into a fucking tornado and he just like spins?
Yeah.
God.
I just spin
There's no
really
CGI.
fast.
He's just
Yeah.
spinning.
I just
Are we
open
done
my
talking
arms
about
out and I spin really
Jerky
fast.
Neutron?
No, by all
No, we're
means,
talking about
please
Nick
talk
Cage.
more about Jimmy Neutron.
Actually,
Yeah,
Nicolas
man.
Cage will play Jimmy Neutron.
That'd be a good role. That'd be a good one.
Brain blast.
It's gonna have a brain blast to seal the Declaration of Independence.
If they did a live action reboot where Jimmy Neutron's an adult, just have him play Nicolas Cage as Jimmy Neutron.
I don't even. Apparently, Nicolas Cage is like a fucking method actor, so he would be Jimmy Neutron just all over the place. He'd just be like, I'm brain blasting, I'm thinking.
I think of who else could play Jimmy Neutron. Josh Peck, maybe? Could be a pretty good Jimmy Neutron. Who
He'd have to
else?
grow his hair
From what
out.
I'm hearing, Josh Peck might actually be getting back together with Drake Bell.
That did come out. It's so funny that he has so many people convinced that he did nothing wrong. That he goes on a fucking podcast or whatever. I don't know what he did. I assume that's where all this news breaks, is like people getting interviewed on fucking podcasts. He's just like, yeah, we're thinking about a Drake and Josh reboot. Like, yeah, I'm sure you are. They're kind of struggling for work, eh, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I
Holy
would not
shit.
mind seeing a Drake and Josh reboot with them again. I would not mind it.
Yeah, but
Would
this
you
time
not?
I want what's his name?
You wouldn't mind
Quentin
Drake Bell
Tarantino.
getting big Paramount paychecks?
Also, they hated each other. I watched a documentary. Like they actually don't.
No,
like each other.
no, that's
right?
Josh being retarded and trying to revise history.
Oh,
He's
okay.
he's bold-faced lying.
I thought it was a little weird.
Yeah, no, Drake, Josh went on a podcast that claimed that he and Drake were never friends, and also told a story about how he like Tony Soprano'd him at the VMA Awards, and then Drake made like a response podcast where he's like, I don't know what he's talking about, bro. Like this fucking interaction that he's framing as like a big fucking gangster moment was actually pretty positive, and then we all became friends and hung out for a while after that.
Wait, so hold on. Maybe Josh Peck, he's trying really hard to separate himself from, from not Joe Pesci. Come on, name, quick. Drake Bell. There we go. Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, my favorite show, Joe and Josh, starring Josh Peck and Joe Pesci.
Didn't he actually have a cameo in, or I'm thinking probably of a different movie. I thought he had a cameo in like iCarly or something.
No, that was Donald Trump in Home Alone 2.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
So, real quick, getting back to Jerky Nutron, I drew a picture, and
oh dear God.
Where's it at? I don't see shit. Oh, you gotta zoom out.
All right, what did Gingy draw on the fucking retarded whiteboard that nobody can see on this fucking audio podcast? You fucking retard.
Well, he drew him.
It's definitely Jerky Nutron.
There's Jerky Nutron. There he is.
That's him. There he is.
When somebody draw like a big old dick coming out of his head.
Nutron in all his nut-covered glory.
That's gross.
Yes, I love visual humor in an audio podcast.
You guys
you
should
said
see
it's
this.
perfect.
Yeah. It's worth looking at. Oh, bald! He's bald!
He's Mo now!
Shut up. No, that's bad. No,
now
we're brain blasting.
All right, Jerky Nutron's hair is completely normal. Nothing is wrong with it.
Now Jerky Nutron has a penis on his head.
Pink, can you snapshot this real quick?
Well, I can't put this in the thumbnail. I would like.
You can put this in the thumbnail. You just need to censor the top of his head.
The top part, yeah.
Redraw the fucking hair. I wish I had screenshotted the original version. Fucking delete the penis and redraw the hair. Okay.
No, it needs to be the penis.
I have the original version. I screenshotted it.
Good.
Pink, did you screenshot this one? Awesome. Okay.
Here's the original one.
Man, this podcast really off the rails.
So I'm curious. Kang said he'd be okay with it. Do you think that Drake Bell is gonna successfully gaslight Paramount into letting him make a Drake and Josh reboot?
I can't wait. I can't wait for Drake to then continue the horrible cycle that was started on him.
I can see it happen if they want money. If they really want to.
Yeah, I mean he's literally like the public loves Drake Bell right now, which is insane.
And either way, I think he would be just controversial enough to still like gain views and money.
You think they're gonna go controversial?
So I think he got his. I think he's on the road to redemption.
The show's
Do
gonna be
you really?
possible.
He touched a child. I mean, if it is true, if he really did fucking molest you, there is no redemption at that point.
Yeah, no. I mean, you serve your time and you're allowed to like live a normal life, but you can't do a Drake and Josh reboot. You can't make $1 million from television.
Well, you know who did it for years?
Who?
Dan Schneider, which is what Drake Bell is going to turn into.
No,
eventually.
but he was never convicted at all. There's no real legal evidence that Dan Schneider did anything. It's obvious that he did, but there's no court case. Drake Bell was sentenced guilty to minor related crimes, which
he fled to Thailand.
Well, he fled to Mexico. There are questions to be asked in that case, but the problem is that's not the only allegation.
Could you say they were rather minor crimes?
Drake Bell. Here's an objective fact about Drake Bell that a lot of people are not giving enough weight when they try to discuss his character. Here's an objective fact about Drake Bell. In 2008, when he was 20, he was in a relationship with a 16-year-old girl.
Yes,
And
but he wasn't he also like raped on set of Drake and Josh? Like
he was raped on set of the Amanda Show when he was like 14. Yeah, so
see,
that's like fucked up.
see my issue with this is like if you I'm willing to condemn pedophiles, but like if you were in that environment and you were like molested in that environment, I'm willing to give you a bit of leeway, like if you perpetuate it like in your 20s because you're still a part of that environment.
I'd be okay if it was just he dated this girl and nothing bad happened and nothing ever happened again. Maybe I could be convinced, okay, don't fuck with the guy. But there was the case that he pled guilty for, which, you know, the girl has been caught in some small lies and some witnesses have contested some of her claims. But in reality, first of all, Drake Bell pled guilty, so as far as the court of law is concerned, he's guilty. And so, well, of the texting, the sexual assault was not charged. It's weird. That whole case is weird, but there's also like a million other pedo allegations, and like it's just a bad pattern. I would not go on the internet and say that Drake Bell was innocent the whole time, and I love Drake Bell, which a lot of people are doing.
See, I
very
just like
passionately.
The whole problem with this Hollywood shit is like they're all doing it, right?
I want him to be innocent, but he's not. That's the issue. I feel like I'm in such a bizarro world where I'm watching a bunch of people love this guy, and I'm like, yeah, I think he's like maybe one of my favorite entertainers in the world. But he fucked kids, though. We can't just pretend that didn't happen.
No, certainly, but the issue was he was also fucked as a kid. So the problem we have is it's just this endless cycle of abuse in Hollywood. Maybe we should just get rid of Hollywood.
Maybe we should what, Worf? You cut off.
Just get rid of Hollywood.
Maybe. Seems like there's a lot of fucked up shit going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd support it.
Yeah, only indie movies from now on.
Fuck yeah.
No, we need Bollywood movies.
I mean, you know what? You don't hear about pedophilia in Bollywood movies. That's true. Maybe we need more Bollywood so that India can become a superpower and shit all over the world with their movies.
Yeah.
Like, just think about it this way. Like, the environment that lets Drake Bell exist as he is, like, I don't know if I can blame him for being just caught up in that.
I think I can blame him. You see,
yeah.
It depends on what's true and what's not. Because like most of what I'm thinking of is probably complete hearsay with no evidence. But
right,
it's just that there's
exactly.
there's one or two things that do have as evidence, which makes me believe all of the other stuff.
No,
the fact that he was definitely texting a minor explicitly, and he definitely was dating a 16-year-old girl when he was 20. Also, seemingly definitely beat the shit out of that girl. I didn't mention that part.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't want to say that's certain because it's never been proven in a court of law. But what I will say is there's a lot of compelling evidence of such a thing. So seems like he's just kind of a piece of shit, and everybody, because he got raped when he was a kid, which is tragic, and I do feel bad for the innocent 14-year-old boy who was Drake Bell, who he is now, does not seem like a very good guy.
No, certainly, and like
with all, oh sorry,
like he should be out of Hollywood, right? But like, man, we really need to use these people as like a case study on why Hollywood should be shut the fuck down.
Well, the thing is, he is out of Hollywood, and he has been for years. That's not the problem. It's the fact that he is still, that in Mexico, he's still like a beloved figure who like plays sold out stadiums and shit. And now he's re-emboldened himself in America because he told his story in that documentary, and he's got enough people convinced that he's innocent that he is starting to operate in America again, to the point where he's like, yeah, maybe we'll do a Drake and Josh reboot, and a bunch of people are like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know then. It's just
Which, I mean, like, I am morally opposed to the reboot existing, but if it does happen, I will watch it.
then you're part of the problem, right?
I guess so.
I mean, that's like also saying like, oh hey, we're not gonna watch X, Y, and Z YouTuber because the X, Y, and Z YouTuber did this. I mean, like, you know for a fucking fact you're still gonna watch him.
I will pirate the Drake and Josh reboot. I will not watch it on Paramount Plus or wherever they put it. I will pirate it exclusively.
Well, I mean, you just pirate everything exclusively anyways, right?
Well, I mean, my mother pays for a lot of streaming services, so I just like use them because I have them.
Well, then
With all these whiteboard shenanigans going on, it sounds like we're snickering at the fact that Jake Bell was, touched as a kid.
It is pretty funny, though.
What is going on with this fucking whiteboard?
I will say one of the most like that revelation was insanely shocking because like how many incidents in history? I'm gonna guess it's one, and it's this incident. Although no. Given Hollywood, it's probably a few. How many rape victims have then had to act out a comedy scene in a sketch show with their rapist? Because that was happening. Drake was fucking doing sketches with Brian Peck on the Amanda Show while he was raping him.
Yes. This is just how Hollywood is, And I mean, like, everyone still supports these shows. Everyone still watches this shit.
I'm not laughing at this topic. This topic is actually very serious.
Really fucked up.
Yeah, I've just lost the whole plot at this point because they're just doing silly shit on the whiteboard Discord activity.
Oh, this is great.
I never
we need to take a screenshot of this and post it somewhere and be like, hey, if you want to see what everyone was doodling.
Did you just say quite so simple?
Yeah, quite so simple.
That's not the lyric. I don't know if you were going for the real lyric, but that's not what it is.
Oh my god, you are such a chauvinistic, like, fucking perfectionist.
Quite
if
so
that Marge fucking gif would just stay still, the Homer thing would be perfect.
Jesus Christ, what is happening?
It's Homer disappearing into Marge's bush.
I like Slutty Sheen, my favorite character from Jerky Nutron.
I didn't even see that. Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah,
okay, I gotta get out of this thing.
I'm
giving nothing to this podcast at the moment.
Okay, yeah, I have to turn the whiteboard. I have to cut myself off from the whiteboard and go back to doing a show.
Yeah, I'm
not
part of that.
We need to continue this. Everyone get the fuck out.
Yes.
We're having like the most serious discussion in the world about like the pedophilia problem in Hollywood, and meanwhile you guys are drawing like dicks and like silly Jimmy Neutron characters and like putting random gifs on the screen.
Yeah. Pedophilia is a real big problem. But get a load of Slutty Sheen over here.
Oh my god. I don't know if I can be like associated with this show anymore.
I just wish. Here's one thing I want to say, just in case they're listening, because I want to tell you. I don't know if you've noticed this. The Drake Bell stands are fucking rabid, bro. Every time you say that like Drake Bell is literally a convicted like child sexual crime committer, everybody will jump over themselves to tell you why they're wrong. I invite any Drake Bell stands to debate me about this, because every time I ask them why they think what they think, they give me a nothing answer or block me.
Well, of course, because like they're probably not even real people. There's like marketing agencies that are specifically designed for restoring like careers, and I'm sure they're completely fine working with pedophiles.
That's an interesting theory.
That's the world you live in,
That's an
No one's
interesting.
gonna do anything about this
I
shit.
don't think that's all of it, but that could be some of it. Worf, you might be onto something there.
Might be. Oh, I see. I might be.
I mean, I'm not gonna say this is guaranteed fact unless it is proven to me, but I think you might
I'm
be
gonna
onto
go with
something
it's
there.
probably exactly what's going on.
I can confirm this is real. So, I don't know how to bring this up in a way that's not going to make me sound super based, but
Okay.
I'm going to give it a shot. Right? So I'm
Sure.
going to give different examples as to what I was and was not doing or looking at. Wait, this sounds really bad given the circumstances. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Were you
Come on.
looking at the same sorts of things Drake Bell was looking at that landed him in such a sticky situation?
No, but let's say you're looking at something that most people view positively. Most people are like, yeah, this is fucking great. Glad to see this. All the comments are positive, except for this one time. This one time, suddenly there's a bunch of negative comments, and you cannot fathom the amount of negative comments and the amount of people upvoting these negative comments for some reason. How did this happen? So the
How
way
could
this
this
happened is
happen?
they send out bots, and they're basically just like vanity bots, right? They are meant to either make something look good or make something look bad. In this situation, they were making something look bad. I'm not going to say what this was, but this was not something that should be looking bad. Yet there was just fucking muckrakers all over the place. It was insane. And like when you try to argue with one of them, you never get a response back, and that's because they're not real people.
Yeah, that's fair. I do get responses back though. They're just like shitty ones that don't actually explain anything. So I invite one of these people to debate me. And I know it's not all bots because it's very obvious what happened. Drake Bell had an awful thing
Well,
happen
here's
to
the
him
other
at a
thing.
young
It's
age,
rare that
and then
bots
he
are actually.
realized.
It's
Go
actually
ahead.
rare bots are used for this shit anymore. Usually, it's just Chinese like what's it? Content farms.
No, yeah. But there are real people behind this because I've seen like videos on TikTok about it too. And the reason is because Drake Bell had this horrible thing happen to him, and then he was contacted by some producers making a documentary about it. And they were like, "Yo, dog, you want to talk about this shit?" And he had a brain blast to circle back to our Jimmy Neutron conversation. And he was like, "Wait a minute,
Whoa!
if I
You mean
talk
Jerky
about
Neutron?
this." If I talk about this and how it happened, I can then spin that into making myself look like I'm innocent of what I did. So that's exactly what happened. He went on the documentary. He talked about this definitely true and definitely terrible thing that happened to him that was tragic because he was just an innocent young boy at the time. But as a result of that action, he was warped and he was mentally fucked. And now, in the present day, he's telling his story so that he can then be like, yeah, guys, I'm a victim, and also that dumb, stupid bitch lied about me, and they'll be like, yes, Drake Bell, thank you for telling your story. Fuck that stupid bitch.
He was mentally brain blasted.
Here's the thing about this. I didn't know that like about the other allegations towards him. Like his PR team is doing a great job of keeping that shit under wraps.
Yeah, a lot of them are baseless, but it's just like there's a pattern here. Like he was fucking the 16-year-old when he was 20. That's a matter of public record. There was this case with this minor, which is dubious. There's questions to be asked, but at the end of the day, he pled guilty in court, so it doesn't look very good for him. And then there's
And he's
a
like
bunch of,
famous,
and then
so
there's
he has the ability to fight it, which means
and then there's
guilty, he did not want other stuff.
he's famous but not famous enough. He was like poor at the time. Like he literally
No.
he
Usually,
lost his house a couple years prior.
Hey guys,
Like he wasn't doing
I gotta
great.
go.
usually what that means
Alright,
is
I'm sorry,
Okay,
man.
bye Hibbibi.
Sorry.
Later, Hibbibi.
See you later.
usually what that means actually is he didn't want stuff coming out in Discovery.
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't doubt that either, because a lot of people are like, read the court documents, it proves his innocence, and it's like, no, I'm reading them. They don't prove anything that I can see.
I'm looking for it.
I'm looking for the proof. Show me the proof, guys. And it's like people like will jump up and down and like make all these defenses, and I'm like, okay, why isn't Drake doing this? If you're innocent, why don't you, like every other person who has ever been vindicated of all these crazy crimes, just make like a big fucking 2-hour video where you're like, okay, here's everything everyone has said about me, and here's proof of why it's wrong.
Yeah, and then play a ukulele through it.
You see, that's the part where Miranda Sings fucked up. Trying to be cute with it. What the fuck is her name actually? I don't
Oh, I'm
remember.
sorry, guys. What you
Miranda
guys are hearing
Cosgrove?
about me is hold on, let me play
Miranda
this quote.
No,
Looks like it's
Cosgrove?
not true.
Cusco's New Grove?
Dick Cusco's New Grove. We're not talking about Miranda Cosgrove. We're talking about Miranda Colleen Ballinger. That's her name. That's her real name. Or Bollinger. I don't know how it's pronounced, but that
Dude,
that
if
bitch.
I saw, like, if I had a kid and my kid was watching that shit, like, that red alert, like, red flag immediately. Like, that is not happening. Like, what the fuck is this fucking
Wait,
weird
what
shit you're
shit?
watching?
As far as I could tell, it was just like her being silly in front of me. I don't think it was the content that was the problem. It was just her doing a silly voice to a camera.
Colleen Ballinger, like, where she brought up one of her child fans on stage and literally stared into her vagina.
Wait, what?
This is on recording. You could see her doing this.
Bruh.
Okay, I was still kind of like iffy on Colleen Ballinger. This is new information.
You don't
I'm
know
obtaining.
about this, do you?
That she's staring into children's vaginas.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna give a little more context on this.
I was still kind of willing to be like, maybe she was just wildly irresponsible with the friends she was making on the internet who happened to be minors.
No.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Well, so she was she does like live stand-ups or some shit. Maybe she probably doesn't anymore, but like the only people watching her stand-ups were like kids, and her stand-up material wasn't even really child friendly. And on top of that, she had a kid come up and like do some bit where the kid spread her legs, and then she basically stared into the kid's vagina, and I don't even remember anything beyond that.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I wouldn't do that personally.
You don't think that's a little weird? What? Hold on. What if it was a guy and he brought a little boy up on stage, and he's like, "All right, kids, spread your legs for this bit. It's gonna be
equally
funny."
weird, I would say, if he was staring into the kid's fucking balls. Yeah. Equally weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Colleen Ballinger wouldn't even touch it. Just wouldn't. And not just because she's a pedophile, but
I'm glad she didn't touch it.
Yeah, well, at least there's that. She didn't touch it that we know of. That's just what we saw on screen.
Fair.
Who knows what's happened off screen? Of kids that just wanted to be a part of something big, you know? Instead, they got. Never mind.
They just wanted to be a part of something big.
Yep. That's every child actor in Hollywood, it seems like. They just wanted to be a part of something big and ended up getting something big instead.
Yeah, maybe I'm glad my dreams of being a child actor didn't come true.
Yeah.
And then maybe I could spin this into also being glad that my dreams of being an adult actor will never come true, because I've said too much awful shit on the internet to pass any sort of like production background checks.
I
Take the
mean,
James Wolfe
actually,
approach.
Riley, eventually I want to start doing live action stuff, so you know, you're welcome.
Okay,
What are
if
you
Cox
doing,
Studios
King? What
makes
are you
like a
laughing
movie
at?
or sitcom, I'm in.
Fuck yeah.
Speaking of Cox Studios, if you look at the whiteboard here, we have the Cockness monster.
Speaking
See, I'm not
cock,
part of
penis,
this. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, no,
probably
I'm not getting
really
in the
bad.
whiteboard anymore because this is a bad bit for a podcast, so I'm not gonna play along. I'm not gonna tell you what's on the screen. These guys can say whatever they want, and I hope Captain Blackbread is notating it in his clipboard when it's Kang. But
Say it while I'm helicoptering my dick around while talking.
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
If you don't play,
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
that's the wrong song. You're supposed to be playing "Spin Me Right Round" like a record.
And it'll spin me right around,
Yeah,
baby,
exactly.
right around like a record,
Record,
baby, right around,
round,
round, round.
I got a clip I'm gonna send you guys real quick, and if somebody
Day
knows
is
how to
never
just play it on the show.
finished. Master's got me working.
Hey,
Someday
in
Master
5
set
minutes,
me free.
Gingy. In 5 minutes, you're allowed to leave early. That's the rules.
Wait, what?
That's one of the amendments. Is that if the show runs past 10:30, if the show does not run past 10:30, you are not allowed to leave unless you have a legitimate reason. But if it runs past 10:30, you're allowed to dip.
Well, wait, holy shit, we've been recording that long already?
We're getting close, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
No, we're
happens when you
over
do
an
the
hour
podcast
now.
and it's fun.
Almost an
Holy
hour and a
shit.
half.
Well, that's a mean thing you just said to Captain Blackbread about the rest of this show's run.
What?
It's like, yeah, when a podcast is fun, it fucking goes by quick.
Yeah, time flies
It's not
when
the
you're
only
having
thing
fun.
that's quick. Hey,
Damn.
He's talking about.
I would just
A
like to say real
penis.
quick, this is my last point about the pedophile stuff, and then we can either end the show or talk about something else. But I will say
keep your hands to yourself.
keep your hands to yourself. Yes, I agree. But one last little nugget about Drake Bell. So the crime he was charged with was child endangerment. That is the crime. That is the statute for which he pled guilty, and he served 2 years of probation for child endangerment. And then, you know what Drake Bell did while he was on probation for child endangerment? So a fact about Drake Bell is he has a son. He has a very young son. And because
Oh
he's
no.
not
a
a registered sex
pedophile around
offender or
his son?
anything, he's allowed to have his son. He's allowed to have his son because he was only charged for this like minor infraction.
Yes, a minor infraction.
He's not a minor infraction. He's not on any registries or anything, so he's allowed to see his kid. And he had his kid. This is not a pedophile thing, but he was charged with child endangerment, and then he was caught by the paparazzi doing whippets with his toddler in the back seat of his car.
Based.
Bruh.
And he didn't get in trouble. He was on probation for child endangerment and got caught doing whippets in his car with his toddler and did not get in trouble.
Wait, hold on. Was the toddler doing whippets?
No. The toddler was not doing whippets. Drake was driving the car, doing whippets, while his child was in the back seat.
His toddler was not a team player. Come on, you can't leave him hanging like that.
So real. Yeah. You can't just watch somebody do whippets and not do them also. Like, what a fucking square.
Yeah. Obviously, we need to lock up this toddler instead.
Yeah, he's the real criminal.
Yeah, if it wasn't for these kids, these pedophiles could be running free. Like,
Yeah, we should lock up all the kids.
we gotta lock up all the kids away from the pedophiles.
Yeah. And the bottom line is, pedophiles are bad. What a crazy revelation, folks.
Wow.
And please,
This is
Drake
what the
Bell
episode
fans,
turned
debate
into.
me. Debate me, Drake Bell
Hopefully
fans.
they'll-
Tell me why I'm
actually
wrong.
interested in this
debaters.
debate.
Well,
Kind of
We'll have
invested
it-
now.
We'll have another epic debates or whatever the fuck I called them. I think it was epic debates. We had a couple debates on the show. Fuck! I meant to hammer Mo last week and I forgot.
That's what she said.
Because 7 other people were talking and I got kind of distracted. But Mo talked about incomplete stories. You guys want to hear about a fucking incomplete story? I believe the first in the epic debate series, which I believe first of 2, was a very short-lived series. In the first of the epic debate series on the Issue Crew, our good friend Mo debated Demi Gloom's IRL friend and a semi-common guest back in the day on this show, Squeebo the Last. They debated about some political shit. I know it was immigration. I don't remember what the second thing was. There were 2 topics. And I know Mo lost the immigration debate. I don't know about the other one. But they did that debate, and Mo got trounced about the immigration thing. He said some pretty retarded shit about immigration. Maybe now that we have a couple more conservative leaning people in the group, maybe you'll disagree. But I think Mo made a pretty big ass out of himself trying to make his arguments about immigration.
What's the
And
argument?
I don't even remember exactly what the argument was. It was like, yeah, we should just like just full block the border for a while, for like
Yeah,
a couple
that
of
sounds about
years.
right.
Just let them search it out. Just let them sort it out. And we're like, Mo, what are you talking about? What about
Mm.
like this and this and this? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm just Mo. I'm just fucking running around, and I'm bald and 47. I'm Mo Side Gaming. That's
That
what
sounds
he
like
said.
a lot of straw man, but yeah, we probably should just at least shut off the land borders. I mean, a lot of
I
people are flying in, but like the land borders specifically, the issue with them, right, is you can like you could smuggle in a lot more shit through a land border than you can through an airplane.
Maybe me and Warficus should have an epic debate about whether Mo was right in his epic debate. But
People are
Mo,
smuggling in things over ladders or
we
throwing
had
them
this
over the
debate.
border.
We had this debate, and then Mo got so ass mad about Squeebo that he was like, I'm not gonna do the second, because there was supposed to be a part 2, because they were supposed to debate about 4 things, and then Squeebo's mom made them go to bed or some shit, and they did not debate about 4 things. They had to debate about 2. So we were supposed to do a part 2, and then Mo bitched out of part 2 and refused to be on the same podcast as Squeebo for a while. That was an entertaining arc. I mean, we never got the complete story. That debate was originally titled Part 1. I had to change the title. I think in the visuals it still says Part 1.
Oh, hey guys, I think it might be worthwhile to check this recording chat. This recording chat.
Okay.
I just went ahead and posted a clip. I meant to post it a while ago.
He's posted a clip of
I did.
Mitt Romney, I think.
Yeah. And his
Oh,
cock
that
spinning out of
asshole.
control.
It's Mitt Romney's penis was spinning. Guys,
Yes.
that was the bit for those who can't see it, which is everyone.
Yeah.
Warficus's PC has crashed, folks.
Ah, shit.
Extra, read all about it. PC has died.
I'm back. Sorry, I
Welcome back, Warficus.
Oh, yeah, Worf, check out the little thing in the recording chat here. This recording chat.
Maybe the fact that Warficus's PC is constantly trying to kill itself and often succeeds might have something to do with the mic occasionally cutting off a little bit. Maybe that's just like,
What you mean the game I'm playing that like overwhelms my computer? Probably.
yeah, maybe don't play that during the podcast. Maybe pick a less overwhelming game. Or just don't play video games. I know it's an insane fucking concept
No.
for people to understand. But what if you just did a show and you were doing the show and that's what you were doing?
Oh my god,
instead of it being like a side piece to you playing fucking Call of Duty, like you're in a party chat. You're not in a party chat.
What do you
You're
mean?
on a fucking
I'm
show.
literally just trying to build a house.
What are you playing? Minecraft?
No, I'm playing a game called What's Human. It's really fucking good, even though it's made by China.
Ah. Or a lot of things. A lot
I
of good
remember
things
why
are
I
made by
posted.
China.
I remember why I posted that clip now. I was saying, somebody was talking about like meat spinning.
Yeah, earlier somebody was talking about Kang talked about spinning his cock around earlier.
Yeah. That was just an example, like, of what you should do, right? If you're gonna spin your dick, you gotta play that song.
Yeah, I don't know what's
That's
up with
the
my
only
mic. It's also been dropped a couple times, so I might need to just get a new one.
Yeah, then maybe it's time to upgrade. I got a new thing because my old thing broke, and I've been told I sound slightly, marginally better.
Yeah, a new
Maybe.
thing.
Yeah.
Meh.
Eh.
All right.
Guys,
Well,
guys,
this
who wins?
was an
Peter Griffin or
Mitt Romney.
Jesus? Mitt Romney.
Epic rap battles of history.
damn. So no issues this episode.
Mitt Romney begin.
I think my favorite one has got to be Leonidas versus Master Chief.
Oh
I've
God,
never
yes.
seen that one.
Okay, all right. At the end of the show,
Oh my god, I won't
please
stop
wait.
playing.
Please don't dip out of the call, Riley. I will make you watch it with me.
You see, I barely know anything about Leonidas, and I definitely know nothing about Master Chief, so I don't think I'll get it.
Oh, Master Chief, you know he's from Halo, right?
Yeah, okay,
Leonidas
I know
is,
that about Master Chief, that he is the guy from Halo.
Leonidas
But that's
is
all I
a
know.
Spartan.
More like Galo.
I really liked Jim Henson versus Stan Lee. That was a good epic rap battles of history.
Oh god. You were into that?
You didn't like that one?
Those were the real pedophiles. All
Wait,
along.
the epic rap battles of history?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Why?
shit's gonna
They knew what they were
suck.
doing.
What
That
did
shit
Nice
was
Peter
for-
and Epic Lloyd ever do to you? Or any kids in the general vicinity?
Oh, because of that? Oh god. I don't know, look, I just think in a way, alright? When I was a kid, that's what was popular on YouTube, and at that time I just had an aversion to anything that was quote unquote popular, you know? So I hated,
understand. I didn't watch
hated
Breaking
all
Bad
the
until
fucking, oh, I'll wear
2022.
I
I
got
get it.
swag shirt. Oh, I got the DGK. I'm wearing brands. It's like fucking nobody knows who you are, kid. Like
Listen,
really.
the Hitler versus Darth Vader trilogy of epic rap battles, truly, was it 3? Was it more than 3?
I'll be right back.
I was just busy watching Y2Ps. Like I got to watch Mitt Romney spin his dick around, and you guys were watching the epic rap battles of history. I mean, tell me which one you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
gonna
see
be
more.
real. Epic rap battles was kind of cringe. It was very cringe.
Yeah,
It was very of its
you want to
time.
watch Mitt Romney spin his dick around.
I definitely could not watch. If I had never seen epic rap battles before and I watched it today, I probably wouldn't get much out of it. But the nostalgia, really, I could still watch an epic rap battles and be entertained.
I don't understand how you don't see epic rap battles of history the same way that I see Super Mario 64 bloopers. It's like, yeah, it was a thing that I liked when I was like fucking 9, but it's like, you know, looking past it even a few years later, I'm like, it wasn't so great. And besides, the best guy that did that, like, lost his account a long time ago. So it's like, well, fuck it. What's the point anymore?
Who was the best guy that they lost?
Oh, he was called Nico Nolasco. And he did make a new account called Envoy of the Sword. And then he like re-uploaded a couple of things. And I mean, I guess it's kind of entertaining, but like that's the only thing I get out of it. It's not like cool like I used to think it was. Like, you know, I thought I used to like not new Super Mario Bros. Z. No, just regular Super Mario Brothers Z. I used to think that shit was fucking awesome. I look back at it now and, you know, actually now that I think about it, Super Mario Bros. Z is still kind of cool. Like it's animated well. The fight sequences are kind of neat. It's just really cringy because it's like Mario and Sonic characters doing all this shit.
Wait, what show are you talking about?
Super Mario Bros. Z.
Oh yeah, I figured that's the one you were talking. There were a lot of those, but that's the popular one.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think that's the one that like the creator actually gave a shit when he made it. I think everybody else is just trying to capitalize.
Listen, man, Sonic RPG, that shit was a saga. Okay, I was on board.
Did you ever see Perfect Kirby?
No, what's Perfect Kirby?
Okay, well, it's not worth going back and seeing if you haven't seen it already.
Sonic for Hire was pretty fucking funny.
Sonic for Hire is a whole different thing, and I think that kind of holds up for the most part.
I think I don't think it holds up at all, but I think it does at the same time. Like it was so fucking out there for the time.
What about Mega Man dies at the end? Like I was just thinking about there's a couple of things that I still remember from that show. Like the fucking butt buddies ring, like where they put the rings together, and it says butt buddies because we kick butt together.
I don't remember any.
You don't? Did you never watch Mega Man Dies at the End?
I might not have actually.
Holy shit, you should.
I
I
never
think
saw
it might be
Mega
better than
Man
Sonic
Dies
for
at the
Hire.
end. I
Made by
never
the same
saw that.
guys. Yeah.
Was Sonic for Hire Dorkly?
Yes.
Yeah, they made Rusty, that Pokemon parody series about that really shitty trader named Rusty.
Or wait, what?
That
No,
was
I think
pretty
it was
good.
College Humor that did Sonic for Hire.
College Humor did Sonic for Hire?
I think so.
Bro, so
I thought
this
it
is
was
just
Dorkly. Let me see.
this is just biggest largest issue in animation. Is that what
Yeah,
this
pretty
is?
much.
Good
We
episode.
haven't brought in issues though, so it's not the largest issue in anything. This is just fucking
Yeah, we did. We just spent fucking 40 minutes talking about pedophilia. That's a pretty big issue.
Largest banter in the galaxy.
largest banter in the galaxy.
No, this is a great episode. Plus, it gives people more time to vote on the last
Okay,
one.
Dorkly changed their name, right? Because I've never heard of Lowbrow Studios in my fucking life. That's not
I'm
what
pretty
they were
sure
called.
they did. I'm pretty sure they did not like the optics.
The optics of what?
Called Dorkly.
Oh, Mega Man Dies at the End was also made by the same people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, it is Dorkly.
The Mega Man Dies at the End. I think I'll have to rewatch it to confirm, but like I can remember certain parts of that were pretty good. Like Dr. Wily's split pea soup machine. It's like big, it does all this shit, and then all of a sudden, like out the bottom of it, it just split a single pea.
Wait, but no, Dorkly still exists. There's still a channel called Dorkly with a bunch of stuff on it.
Well, maybe it's something else.
What?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say, if you watched Sonic for Hire and liked it at any time, Mega Man Dies at the End, I remember being better.
Fair, that's fair. I liked Rusty, the worst Pokemon trainer ever. I'm surprised Gingy hasn't made any statements yet about a certain figure that exists in that show.
I don't know. I got a little something called prior convictions, and
Of pedophilia? Like Drake Bell?
no, I was referencing that show. For anybody that maybe had seen it, that maybe I just reached out and touched somebody like Drake Bell.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's a
folks.
brutal one.
That's a brutal.
And on that bombshell,
I love your new catchphrase, Captain Blackbread.
that's not my catchphrase. I stole it from fucking Top Gear.
Okay. Gamers, I want to thank you all for listening to the Issue Crew podcast.
You mean the royal shit show that was this episode?
Motoring
Yep.
enthusiasts.
The Royal Shitcast.
Holy shit.
Vote on last week's issues, I guess. If you
Yes,
want.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. You put those in the link of this. Hell yeah, they'll have plenty of time to vote on it, depending on how quickly you put it out.
We'll call it a mulligan. Well, I mean, I'm.
Uh-oh.
I have an autism. Okay. The
Yeah,
banner does.
I think we all
the,
do, and I think
the-
it's pretty obvious when people.
The banner does say
listen
new
to the
episodes
show.
every Saturday. Okay, it says it right there.
Where's my phone?
How could I lie to the people like that?
Well, I think people would be happier if it did come out sooner. More time to vote. More time than 2 days.
Also,
'Cause,
I'm royally pissed that I spent all that time editing that episode and got it perfect and didn't notice that fucking random Candor's audio was fucked.
You got to get more sleep, man.
No, because it's not every time he talks. You are just insane if you're saying that. It's
No,
not.
I never said it was every time he talks. It's just a big.
Because I
chunk of
listened
when
to
he
everybody.
talks.
I listened to like a little piece of everybody's track to make sure it sounded normal, and it did. I heard a couple little pieces of random Candor in isolation, and everything sounded fine. And then you in the comment, you gotta like when you find something wrong with the episode, warn me via DM. Don't randomly comment about it, and then I happen to go to the comment section, and I'm like, oh shit.
I was in the
Yeah,
comment section.
you're kind of right
That was
about
funny.
that, but it's funnier when I comment about it and everybody could see it.
Yeah, random kid or just comments something random on the video, and then Captain Blackbread's like, "Man, Riley really fucked you over, not telling you that your audio was messed up." And then I'm just like, "What? Excuse me?
Excuse me, motherfucker?
Is that what
Bad bit
Ronald McDonald says before he shoots you?"
No.
in the face with a fat fucking load of Big Mac sauce.
Hell yeah.
Oh, speaking of, Ronald McDonald X Wendy on Hibbibi's channel. That's YouTube, youtube.com/Hibbibi, Hibbibi.
Do they allow that kind of content on YouTube? I mean, man.
We read it, and it was wonderful, and that's one of my favorite readings, and I highly suggest any listener to go back and listen to that. The Mario X Luigi one's pretty good too.
It's so wrong, brother, but it feels so right.
Basically, it was like done like between two people. Like, I don't know if you guys know what Chatango is, or maybe remember that existing.
Oh, shit.
Okay, it's a little chat site, and people would go on there and role play with each other.
Sexually?
Yeah. Most times, yeah. Most
You
people
see,
in their bio would say RP, ERP, cyber.
Cyber.
No, you want to
God.
cyber?
Yeah.
Hey, dog.
Hell yeah,
hey,
let's
girl,
cyber.
you wanna cyber with me? Because there's a lot of innocent roleplay on Discord, but I have to assume there's even more uninnocent roleplay if you're looking for it.
Yeah, like somebody copy pasted their roleplay and then pasted it as a fan fiction, a Mario X Luigi fan fiction. Where I mean, do I need to say any more? Mario and Luigi fuck each other, the fan fiction. The roleplay
Harder,
fan fiction.
Luigi, harder!
I'm yet to
You
go.
put the blue shell.
The only thing I don't like about that video is that Hibbibi did make a pretty fucking good bit, and then it totally flew over my head, and I'll never forget. Other than that, it's great. And then there's a Bob Ross one too, Bob Ross X Reader. That's what I call art.
Bob Ross X Reader.
Yep.
I see your happy little penis there, and we're just gonna.
Let's just paint onto that. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put some gentle strokes on there. Yes.
What's that coming out the tip? A little bit of titanium white.
Gross.
Good night, everybody.
Ginger, where can I find you on the
Everyone.
internet? You and your
You can't fucking
gay
find me
shit.
anywhere at this point.
Okay, that's sad. Rip pixels, I guess. Worf?
You can find me on X at TrueOrphicus, and pretty much everything I do is linked from there.
Captain Blackbread?
You can find me on YouTube at Captain Blackbread. And let me find the thing here. It keeps getting buried, and I had to find it. Okay, yep. And then the gaming channel, Hootenanny Central. We're the only Hootenanny Central on YouTube, so search us up, find out what we're doing, if we've actually uploaded recently. And then to hear yourself on the show, call our voicemail line, 727-487-1137, or email us, theissuecrew@gmail.com. We'll read your emails. Most importantly, vote using the link in the description, which will be the issues of the last show, episode 100. If you haven't seen it, see it. And it should be linked in the description too. That's just a suggestion, so I hope it's there.
I will put it there if I remember.
Okay, because if people listen to this episode haven't listened to episode 100, like, what are you even doing here? Like, this is the best episode ever, and you're missing out.
This is a good one, folks. Gamers. Kang, you want to tell us where we can find that stream you're gonna do the day Half-Life 3 comes out? That's when you're gonna start your streaming back up.
You can find me at linktr.ee/grimrealm.
Wow.
Keeping it
You have
simple.
anything? You have anything to say about your Twitch page that you're always talking a big game about? When was the last stream
Yeah,
on
that
there?
the stream that I did with my ex at the time.
Wait, your recent ex?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if she sounds hot.
You
Be
brought the
back.
Twitch page back so that you could stream with your ex. Wow, tragedy.
No, God, no.
Well, I mean, back when she wasn't your ex.
Yeah, I've been trying to find the drive to get that going again. But Riley, why don't you take us home with this one?
Well, if you go to linktr.ee/Riley Cinematic Universe, that's RIELY Cinematic Universe today, folks. If you go there right now, you can check out hundreds, maybe thousands, probably almost definitely thousands of hours of delicious content absolutely for free. That's right. And I say go there right now. It doesn't matter when you listen to it because it's free forever. So it's a special deal. If you go there right now, you get it all for free. Go to linktr.ee/Riley Cinematic Universe. All sorts of wacky podcasts and YouTube channels and situations and stuff. I have a feeling I might have to look into a new Let's Play venture soon. I don't know.
Hootenanny Central.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to join Hootenanny Central. Because listen, I'm ready to do more Big Guy Little Guy anytime. But Andrew unapologetically accepted a new time slot as his job that fucked us over. Has made no effort at any rescheduling.
Return
And I saw him. I saw him post on his YouTube channel's community tab where he's like, "Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be really busy, but I'm gonna try my best to fucking be here for you guys." I'm like, okay, so I'm getting the boot for his channel, is what I'm seeing here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Big Guy Little Guy is gonna come back stronger than ever, but I don't know, man. There is still 2 videos that need to be released, first of all, on my end, so I should do that. And then from there, the ball will be in Andrew's court. And he didn't cameo in episode 100 last night, and I'm still pissed about it. He was just around and could have, unless he was at not Olive Garden, fucking Cracker Barrel for fucking 7 hours. He was probably just around when we first asked him. That son of a bitch.
Hanging in the olive barrel at the Cracker Garden.
The olive barrel at the Cracker Garden. That's right. But folks, thank you all for listening to the Issue Crew. It's weird because they're not saying all the issues because we didn't do them. But see you next time, everybody.
My
Have a
issue
good
was
Bye.
idiots. Catch you later.